Welcome to the PBC 2020 NBA Draft Remote Film Room. Today we have Oklahoma State's Cam McGriff joining us. What's going on, Cam?
Hey, John, how you doing?
Doing pretty well, man. Appreciate you joining us here and looking forward to kind of breaking down some of your film, some of the strengths that you bring to the table that will translate to the next level, and maybe a few improvement areas that if you spend some time focusing on brushing those up, it'll make you a cleaner fit at the next level. And thought that it might be a good way to do this by bringing on one of our other scouts. His name is Derek. Derek Murray is based in Oklahoma City. He does scouting for us at the PBC and also with Babcock Hoops, and he's seen you play in person quite a few times over your career. So welcome, Derek.
I appreciate it, John.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand it over to you guys and let you kind of get into the film room here and just chop it up and talk through how Cam sees the game and, you know, what he brings to the table that translates to the next level.
Cool. All right, Cam. Well, again, appreciate you hanging out with us today. Break down a couple things on offense, pro and cons on both sides of the ball here. Offensively, you're 89th percentile as a transition athlete and finisher, transition and as a cutter. And what I like is your attacking mentality all the time, how you're always attacking the basket, trying to get downhill. You're really smart about seeing holes and lanes for alley-oops. And having been in Gallagher-Iba a handful of times, you brought down the rim a lot. Tell me about your mentality on and off the ball.
I definitely know that's my strength. And I was lucky enough to have, great facilitators, starting with Juwan Evans, and then this year Isaac Likely. I was able to play off them a little bit and find lanes to cut to the lane, and then you're not in transition. Just something that I try to do best. It always could end in a highlight, but I definitely try to make the right play or the right decision when in that situation.
Tell me about something I've noticed that you're really good on offensive putbacks. Tell me about your mentality. Have you always been a guy looking to rebound offensively, or is it just something you've developed in college? Tell me about kind of your mindset on these putbacks, how you clean the glass up.
It's definitely started way before college. Attacking the offensive glass was definitely something that I just had a knack for, and trying to gain extra possessions for my team is definitely, ways to win. More shots means a better chance of winning. So, that's just something that I was doing. And then once I got to Oklahoma State, they kind of emphasized that a lot, especially my freshman year. Mm-hmm. I just went in, and then it just became a habit over and over again, and just something that I've definitely stuck with throughout my 4 years in college.
For sure. Tell me about your read here. As you come over and you look like you're about to set a screen. Tell me about the read on this play right here as you cut the lane.
Well, I understood that Baylor is definitely a switching team. Those guys definitely try to switch, especially the guy who was guarding me, and they felt like they could switch off on a guard a lot of times in that situation. And I knew either I was going to get a wide open dunk or I was going to bury the guard with me, and then I'll either get a quick post up at that right block. Gotcha. But instead, he was late. They were late on the switch. They didn't communicate in time, and then so I just made the right read and got an easy dunk.
Awesome. So here, I love how you set up on the outside. And one of the things that I've noticed as an improvement in your game is, although it's not where we'd love to see it for the next level, but your three-point shooting and even ball handling on the perimeter has improved even since I've gotten up to Stillwater over the years and seen you. I love the fact that they have to respect you on the outside enough that you can set up a guy like this like you do on the bottom. I mean, he bites that hard. Look at that. He's so off balance. I mean, he doesn't have a chance. So is that something you want to keep in your game? Make sure that your perimeter game is always kind of up to par so you can set this up?
Absolutely. The key to it is try to be as versatile as possible and exploit mismatches. If he were not to bite on that, I'll just get the catch and, try to go to work from there, probably take him off the bounce. But definitely that's something that I still need to continue to get better at, is my perimeter shooting and my ball handling. But Yes, I definitely have worked on it throughout the years.
Yeah. So some of the improvement areas, 3-point shooting, especially off the catch, is something that we've noticed probably needs to be worked on a little bit. But your indicators as far as being a shooter at the next level, I think, are awesome. I mean, you shot 83% from the free throw line this year, and scouts, a lot of evaluators, we like to use that as an indicator. So you've definitely got that going for you. And I personally buy the shot at the next level. I think you were asked at 6'7" up until this year, maybe when the Boone brothers and then they started playing down low a lot. You were asked to play on the inside a lot because of your physical presence. Do you want to play on the perimeter more, or do you like the inside more?
Absolutely. A wise man once told me you can only play the positions that you can guard, and I feel like I'm versatile enough and I'm capable enough to guard in those outside positions. And that only makes it harder for them defensively because I'll have matchup problems. I do not really. I'm not concerned about a number as much as I am about just going out there and playing. But I do not see myself as a strictly paint oriented guy. I definitely feel like I can stretch the floor out and guard all spots on the floor. So definitely that's something I really want to enhance at the next level is my perimeter skills. But I just don't want to be a one-dimensional guy.
Awesome. Yeah, and I appreciate that. I appreciate your ability to kind of see that. Sometimes we'll see guys who they don't necessarily know what they need to improve on or can be blind to their own weaknesses. I think the fact that you know kind of where you need to get better at says a lot about you mentally as a player. And I think that's very important. So again, I buy the shooting. As long as somebody's not so poor 3-point shooter where you don't have to guard them, I think they'll be fine. And I don't think that's ever going to be you. So people are going to have to respect you. There's no doubt about that. All right, so we'll switch over to defense now. Some of my notes, I really like your defensive rotations. Now, in the stat sheet, didn't have a ton of blocks this year, but that does not mean that the defensive value was not there. Good rotations stop passing lanes, they stop easy scoring, and even when they don't show up in the box score. And I just like the fact that you're able to see the floor, use your peripherals really well, and roll and help out teammates at the paint when they need you to, especially with your athleticism.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it probably won't always end in an emphatic block either. I mean, obviously these plays show that, but I definitely sacrifice my body as much as possible. Led my team in charges for probably.
Yeah, you were on the ground a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I just try to do whatever it takes to win. But yeah, like you said, I definitely didn't show in the total of blocks this year, but making those right reads and helping my teammates on defense. Definitely, helps the whole team as a whole. Just being a great team defender is definitely important.
Yeah, this Houston block is one of my favorite plays. You make the right read by coming down and helping, but the height that you get on your contest here when you sink down to the block, I mean, you get up on this one, and that's what I love about this. I think it's underappreciated how good of an athlete you are. I think, again, because you were down in the post so much, I mean, you are getting way up. He had no chance of getting that up.
Yeah.
What is your basically workout regimen? How physically are you able to stay in the kind of shape that allows you to be, 6'7"? I know you're listed 230, but still be able to keep that kind of balance.
Just a lot of flexibility. I think I was, gifted from God with my athleticism, and I was just able to sustain it over the years. My strength coach in college, and then all the hours I spend by myself definitely helped me, to keep my body right. That's something that I know that is very important. So just keeping my body in the right frame is something that helped me definitely be successful on the court.
For sure. What do you think your ideal playing weight is at the NBA?
Probably about the same.
Okay.
I really don't believe I need to.
That's not me saying you have to change.
Yeah.
If you wanted to put on more, maybe you wanted to lighten up, just didn't know what you were feeling.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people saying may possibly get a little more lean sometimes, but we'll see. I'll see how it goes. I think my body's in a great spot right now.
Nice. So defensively, only thing we really found to work on. lateral quickness, especially in isolation. I think some of the quicker guards were able to get on your hips a little quicker than we'd like to see them. Just see a couple of those. Do you think that's a technique thing, or is that a physical thing? I mean, both are improvable. You can work on both. What do you see in yourself that maybe would help you improve that?
Just being in the stance. I think that possession alone, I was not really in the stance. Definitely made a tough shot right there.
Yeah. And this was tough. You also didn't know if a screen was coming on this one.
You say what?
You also didn't know if a screen was coming on this one, so.
Yeah, I mean, there's no excuse for it. I feel like he got to a spot, and I knew that was his spot. So, as a guy who was definitely their primary scorer, I knew that was definitely a spot. But like I said, even not just on the initial bounce, but after the bounce, I think that's something that I need to continue to move my feet more and add more resistance once they get downhill. I think Butler, once he got downhill, I didn't really make him turn directions, and the same with this guy right here. I didn't make him turn direction. So just me trying to compete and beating him to that block, the left block right there, try to make him make a move, maybe a spin move or something like that, or possibly just meet him at the rim. I knew my teammate was trying to come over. I didn't know if he was going to take a charge or try to block it. Unfortunately, he fouled in that situation because he understood I was beat. But definitely I have to beat him to that spot and stop sliding. So just opening my hips and actually running and sprinting to that spot would definitely help me out in that situation.
Well, I'll say this. It's not glaring enough to me that I wouldn't pick you because of that. So I appreciate you breaking down the game. Honestly, it's been awesome to watch you improve, over the last 4 years, especially in the last 2, you've been playing a ton of minutes and everything. So I appreciate your ability to see in yourself what you need to improve on and what you're already good at as well. So I wish you nothing but the best at the next level, because I know you're going to get a shot.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Good stuff, fellas. Really enjoyed listening to that breakdown there. Cam, really liked hearing how you think through all this stuff, the level of self-reflection there and kind of understanding what you bring to the table, what you could stand to improve on. I think that's something that teams will value, in having a guy who is high IQ and has that self-awareness and has the physical tools and skills that you have. So Derek, thank you for coming on and breaking down the film there. Really appreciate your insight there and talking through all that with Cam. And Cam, just wanted to, before we sign off here, wanted to give you the opportunity to, we're in a very unprecedented time right now. There's a lot of uncertainty surrounding this particular pre-draft process. There's no Portsmouth, right? There's no pre-draft workouts as of now. Interview scenarios are somewhat limited, or there's caps on them, right? So what I wanted to do is just ask the question and pose this out there for NBA teams that might be interested in bringing you in. Who is Cam McGriff? And if a team is to bring you into their organization, what can they expect from you, both on and off the court?
I think a team is going to get a hard worker. A guy who's going to come in every single day and give his all. I definitely can. I've been through the fire. If you don't know anything about my resume in college, I've definitely endured a lot of events. So, getting to the next level, I know what a hard time looks like. So I can definitely, keep my head up through the storms. And also on the court, I just have a versatility on both ends to try to, be able to be put in different spots and try to help the team out as much as possible. A guy who just wants to win and will be high character every single day, be a great teammate to the guys, as well as, just keep my head on straight off the court as well. There won't be any distractions or anything like that. We're just all about winning and doing the right things.
Yeah, and I think that's the attitude that every team is looking for. So I'm definitely wishing you all the best of luck here as you try to navigate this pre-draft process. And, I look forward to you seeing your career develop as a pro, Cam. Congrats on the great college career and wishing you all the best ahead.
Thank you.